Connelly with the double biceps. It isn't the contract a legal requirement every single time we appear on camera. All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hollywood Matt Connelly Live with your host, Hollywood Matt Connelly. Amazing to see that I'm hosting my own show. We have the double biceps. It's in the contract. Needs to be done every single time we appear on camera. We are appearing on camera right now. We have a very special guest with us here today, one of the stars of Pro Panja League. It is none other than Harshit Poojary. So good to have you on the show, mate. How have you been?
Thank you, Matt. Really grateful for the invite. I'm excited to have this conversation with you. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's great. Yeah, well, I mean, we caught up together in Mumbai last year, which was supposed to be Pro Panja League Season 2 back in, I think it was November
Definitely.
last year. But Praveen
It was,
Dabath, the owner of Pro Panja, was in that car accident a few days before, and they had to postpone it. But we've seen you competing and doing very well for Jaipur Veers, the team. And yeah, so before we get into how Pro Panja's been going, I'd like to start at the beginning of your arm wrestling career. How did you get involved in the sport of arm wrestling?
so initially, I was into a different sport, different strength sport, which is known as powerlifting. So I've seen I've been into some good competitions, national level. So I didn't find any much return. I was doing good in that field as well, but I didn't find that exciting and you don't get good returns in powerlifting. So in India, especially in India, I don't know about in the international level, but in India, there was no such good platform where you could get good returns, unlike Pro Panja League. So I gradually transitioned from powerlifting to arm wrestling specifics in my during my gym training. So that's how I started watching videos of Devon Larratt and uh, his videos and Larry Wills. He started his promotion, promoting his arm wrestling. He started to invite arm wrestling athletes to his channel around that area, 2020 and 2021. That's the year where I started my arm wrestling seriously. So
Yeah.
Devon Larratt is one of my inspirations. So to start arm wrestling, and I finally found a club in Mumbai. So now I'm here.
Which club is it that you're training with? Is it Brute Force Club? Is that who you're with?
Yes, Brute Force United. There was no club actually at the start. We used to just a couple of friends we used to just train together, like five or six of them. But then after 2023, when Pro Panja boosted, like anything, so people started to inquire more on the club. So we forcefully had to, create our own club for the people. So now we are running the club nicely.
Uh-huh.
Good Force United is based in Bandra, Mumbai.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. Yeah, well, that's the thing. After that first season of Pro Panja League, and you can see the growth in the sport, even from season 1 to season 2, and just the viewership and the people that are invested in the competitors and the teams and the storylines. And, they've put in such an amazing effort in the production side of things. And when you're watching it, it really looks world class. And, from just the lighting, the camera work, the uniforms, the presenter,
Right.
yeah, I think they've done a tremendous job. And it's great to see you as
Absolutely.
part of that as well. So tell us for everyone who doesn't know about Pro Panja League, shame on you to start with, but it is the most viewed watch arm wrestling league in the world by millions and millions of people. And I think we're estimating around 60 to 70 million people watching per episode at this point in time, which is astronomical. That is 3 times the amount of people that we have in Australia combined. So there is a
That's right.
lot of people that are enjoying the sport of arm wrestling, and they fought hard to get it on prime time TV, and it is on every night through the league. And we're seeing 6 teams going against each other, and this man on the screen from the Jaipur Veers team. And last night, tell us what happened with Jaipur Veers and the Rotek Rowdies.
So we had roughly around 8 fixtures, 4 on the undercard and 4 on the main card. So the fixtures were usually decided, like I'm not sure about how the fixtures are decided because that is the captains and the managers work. So I think it's usually the 50-50, or two fixtures are always 50-50 because even we don't know who will win, and the 2 fixtures were like one-sided. Okay, so it's usually a tiebreaker. So the 50-50 matches are usually the one which is the decider for the output, for the final output. So that's what happened last night. So we went all the 8 fixtures where we had a tiebreaker score. So we had to fix another 4 matches for so that's how it decided. So even that was 50-50. So we
Ah,
didn't know who would win. So that
yeah.
was really eye-catching and super exciting.
Oh man. Yeah, I was so I'm doing the commentary, the English commentary for the league, and wow, that was an exciting night of arm
We
wrestling. It was
just
actually it was this
Jaipur
morning for
Waves
me. Hey, Jaipur Veers, yeah.
Jaipur Waves just lost by 1 point.
Oh man, yeah. So for those who haven't seen the episode from last night, well, it was this morning here in I'm in Miami, Florida at the moment, but they had both these teams, the Rotic Rowdies, Jaipur Veers, have been performing tremendously well throughout the league and semi-finals, and it comes down to these 2 teams facing off to see who's going to go into the grand final against Karak Hyderabad. And yeah, we had the undercard matches, and you get 2 points. We get a point per round win. But you guys, after the 4 undercard matches, were dead even at 4-all. And so it went into the main card, and we saw a 10-0 for Rotek Rowdies, and then a 10-0 for Masahir Saidu with Jaipur Veers. So it was even again, and then a
Yeah,
5-0, and then a 5-0. So it went to a tiebreaker. And in the tiebreaker, there was 5 matches, first to 1, and it was filled with drama. It was crazy. We saw Sedant going against Dara Singhada,
that was
and which was crazy match.
surprising. Even
Yogesh,
that was surprising and crazy.
yes, yes, and Masahir Saidu as well. He picked up the points there as well. So it was really back and forth, and it came down to the last match, and it was Srinivas for Rotek Rowdies, who was completely dominant throughout the entire league. I don't think he's ever looked in trouble at all. And it was when they won that previous match to make it go to the final, to that last match, and they saw it was Srinivas. You saw all of Rotek Rowdies already celebrating the win, and you saw
Right.
all of Jaipur
Because
Veers like,
everybody knew Srinivas would win. Everybody
yeah,
knew Srinivas would win.
yeah.
So they
It was
started celebrating early.
such an incredible moment. But I mean, that's the sort of finals that you want to see with the leagues. The other match was a complete whitewash. Karak Hyderabad winning every single match apart from one, I think. So they are the league leaders for a reason, and they're already in the grand final. But they'll be facing the Rotek Rowdies. It'll be tonight for you, but tomorrow for us. Um, but yes, incredible. But tell us about your personal performance for this season. How did your preparation go? I know you were facing some illness at the start of the season.
Yeah, so when I came here to Gwalior, so I was perfectly healthy and I was well prepared for the league. But after a few days, I had some food poisoning here over here because the food here and the lifestyle entirely changed. My meal timings and everything changed. So I did have some complications for over a week. So that did affect my performance because I had weakness initially, but gradually I recovered at the end of the season. But it was too late because my hands were already sore from the previous matches. So I did face some complications in the league, but it's about how good you manage and adapt to these things. That makes you a great athlete, which I failed initially, but later on I did something. I overcome it. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we saw you in an epic battle where you were down in the round and you made a comeback to get the victory. It was it 3-2 in the end, and with some very difficult positions that you managed to hold on and then turn
Right.
around, which was some of the strongest arm wrestling I've seen somebody to be able to be in those positions and still be able to hold on and get the victory. So it was amazing to see. So that was worth having you in the team, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, that was a very desperate move, and I had to. It was not like I wanted to do that move, but it was very desperate, and my hands are all sore,
Oh yeah.
joints, wrist, also gone.
Yes. Well, you got flop wrist pressed. Like it was, you were like this for a while, and then you managed to bring it back and get inside, and yeah, it was wow, what a match! And yes,
Thank you.
congratulations on the win for that. I could see the frustration that you were facing in those early rounds where you were dealing with illness, but it came on strong right at the end and put in a tremendous battle. So yeah, the Giant Pavias would have been very happy to have had you as part of the team. So everyone in the league is a champion of some caliber. They had to win their way onto the show. And when we're talking about India and arm wrestling, the local clubs there have hundreds of people are turning up to the tournaments. So if you're able to win your way through to Pro Panja, you're a very very special athlete. And everyone that comes out when the MC introduces them, he runs through the list of accolades, and it's national champion, 6-time world champion, 17-time state champion. It's just like, and they're going against each other. It's like the best of the
Right,
best.
right, right.
Yeah. So how did you get your spot in the Pro Panja League?
So I got into Pro Panja League last year when Parvin Sir's, the owner's accident happened just few days before the league. So the league was supposed to happen in Mumbai. So that's when you all also came to Mumbai for the
Mhm.
commentary. And I've been consistent in the sport in the Pro Panja League for like very active athlete. I was participating in the tournaments, national tournaments, state tournaments. I was not winning every tournament, but I was participating and doing very good against good players. So that's when the Pro Panja League started to notice me because I've been very consistent and an active arm wrestler. So uh, I made a good face in the Mumbai arm wrestling community. So that's where they signed me for the league.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, it would have been a great honor to be able to compete against the champions that you've been facing up against. And as I said before, every person in that league, absolutely elite level. And we saw, even though we had elite level competitors, there was still some standouts who went undefeated through the league. Masahir Saidu is still the number one in India by a long way, it seems. We thought that Yuvraj Verma might have a very close battle with him, but it wasn't to be. Mazahir just flash pinned him 3 times. So,
Yes.
yes, we still got some work to do to catch the level of Mazahir Saidu. But, guys like Abbas Rana and yourself, I think you did a tremendous job especially in the later stage of the league there. We had Sarinibus, who was just completely dominant. Yes, and looking through the list, Stu Thomas, Satnam Singh, all these guys just winning these matches. This is one interesting aspect for Pro Panja is that they, in the main card, both teams have the option of calling the bullet badge round or the challenge round. And what that means is if you pin your opponent in 7 seconds or less, you get awarded 5 bonus points. But if you don't pin your opponent within 7 seconds or they pin you, they get the 5 bonus points. And so you see the strategy in the teams when they call for that round. And because it gives you the 5 extra points, if you beat your opponent 3-0, you automatically get 2 bonus points. So it's a 5-0. And then you can add those 5 bullet badger points on top of that. So you'll get a 10-0 there, which really does change the dynamic of a match. But one of the other things they do with the bullet badger round, every round starts in straps, but they also record the time that the pin takes place. And unbelievably, there was, I think, 4 of athletes who got 0.1 of a second. It's the pin. Just like, go. Not even, that's 0.1 of a second, not 1 second. It's 1/10 of a second. They had pinned their opponent.
They were competing with each other for the record for the fastest pin.
Yeah.
It was like 0.13, 0.12 seconds, 0.10, which is the highest till now.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievably quick. Even last night in the semi-final, who was it? I think it was Stu Thomas, and he got a 0.12.
Stu Thomas.
Yeah.
1-2 seconds.
1-2.
Yes, 0.1.
You can't even blink that fast.
And he was disappointed that he could not blink lower than that.
It looked like he just threw the other guy's arm down. It was like a wet noodle. It was just whip. So yeah, there was some very explosive pullers throughout the league, and very excited to see how the league finishes up with the grand final on tomorrow for us, tonight for you, and it will be Karak Hyderabad against the Rotek Rowdies. How do you see that playing out?
I would say the fixtures are fixed as 50-50. It's all 50-50. So I think it's going to be a tiebreaker again, and they'll bring up some new fixtures and bring predictions out of that. It's very difficult because anything can happen because some have played their matches before, so they're sore, some are sick. So we don't know who would win. So who has the advantage? Even we don't know. So I think I'll see Kirak Hyderabad as the winners. That is my prediction. That is 60-40. Kirak 60-40 would be Rohtak Rowdies.
Yeah, I think it's a good prediction. I mean, Karak Hyderabad has looked unstoppable so far throughout the league. They were the league leaders by, I think, almost 30 points, which is, just a massive advantage. And then when they went up against the MP Hathorders in the semi-final yesterday, and yeah, as I said, I think they only lost one match out of that. And everything else was a complete domination. So they should be very fresh going into the grand final. And they've got some superstars on that team, as we said before: Stu Thomas, Satnam Singh, Abbas Rana. There's just some very powerful men on that side. But on the Rotek Rowdy side, Dara Singhana has been looking better and better every
Yeah.
single time he comes out to the table. And we've got, Serinibas, of course, for Rotek Rowdies, and some very, very strong pullers from that team. So there should be some interesting matches, and we cannot wait to see it. But the viewership, as you can see here, that Atlantis in real life has put a comment here that is insane viewership. It is, absolutely, and it is astronomical to see that many people are getting into the sport of arm wrestling. And when you see, if you haven't seen Pro Panja before, go and have a look at their YouTube channel or a Facebook page or Instagram page. They put up videos from the league there, and you see the level of production, and they are doing a tremendous job. And so that's it for you with this season for Pro Panja? The Jaipur Veers going down in the semi-finals last night, but you'll be there tonight for you. You'll be at the
Yes.
stadium
Yeah.
to watch the grand final.
Yeah. I will be there. Yes. There are a lot of exciting matches that I want to watch it live.
Yeah.
So I'll be there at the stadium to watch them. So
Absolutely. Yeah,
it's
for
going to be a
sure.
long, long, long day
It
today.
will. Yeah, that's right. Well, it was funny yesterday because I was doing the commentary, and normally the commentary will last for we do the undercard, which is about an hour, and then there's an hour break, and then the main card is 2 hours.
Yeah.
So 3 hours out of that. But then yesterday, because the matches went to the tiebreaker and it was the semi-final, there was 4 on the undercard, 4 on the main card, then 5 individual rounds as well. So my voice
Yes.
was given out by the end of it. It was like 4 and a bit hours of talking nonstop. Yeah,
Right.
so Atlantis in real life comments here. Pradeep even has a commentating gig with them, I think. Yes, he does. He is doing the Hindi commentary, and I'm doing the English commentary. And yes, he's doing a
Pradeep
tremendous
and
job there.
Sarthak are doing the Hindi commentary, and you're doing the English one.
That's right, absolutely. Atlantis in real life. You were commentating? Question mark. Yes, I'm doing the English commentary. So anybody who wants to listen to it in that, they have that option there. It is broadcast on 3 different platforms as well as the free to air in India. So it's on Fan Code, which is an app you can download. SportVot as well, which is a website you can go to. And what's the other one? Triller as well, which is one of the ones where a lot of the big boxing matches are streamed. So great work by Praveen Dabas and the Pro Panja League crew, Abhishek Singh and all the guys there that have put the time and effort in and secured these deals so that more and more people around the world get exposed to the sport of arm wrestling. And very happy to be part of that in terms of being able to get to that worldwide audience who doesn't speak Hindi, and if they do have English as their first language, then that is the option. They can watch the league and still understand what's going on and hear the commentary, and so that is a great option for people to be able to see. And Atlantis in real life says, dude, that's amazing. I'll go sub to that channel for sure. You are in for a treat. Have a look for Harshit Poojary's match. He was in an absolute war, and a tremendous comeback from some very tough positions. You said your hand and wrist are really sore at this point in time.
Yeah, my hands. Actually, it's not even the muscle; it's the joints, everything. I was in a very bad position, and the strap pinched my this forearm, this ulnar radial bone. It's like there was a slight inflammation over here, and it's gone now, but I still have the soreness.
Oh, yeah, I could imagine. I mean, geez, some of those positions were,
Yeah, I was
oh,
applying
man.
that spray all the time to
Yes.
mask that pain.
Oh, of course. Well, What a tremendous job you did there. I'm just having a look and see if I can find the match here on YouTube. Let's have a look because I know they uploaded it. Let's have a look. Let's see if I could find it here. Dara Singh Harder versus Sedant. That was last night. And here he is. Harshit Poojary versus Infan. Was that the one versus Infan from Shireen
That
Ludhiana?
was that was my first match. It's My last match was Harshit versus Ashim.
Okay. So which
There's
one
an
was
Instagram. There's an Instagram video on the Pro Panja League page, even on my profile.
this on the Facebook
There's
page?
an on
Let me find
Instagram.
it. Oh, Instagram. Okay, great. Let me find that for everybody to be able to see because it is something that is worth bringing up on the show for sure. And let's type it in Pro Panja League. Doing this in the background. All right, we'll bring it up here and we'll share the screen so everyone can see what I'm seeing. And we'll bring that up here. There we go. Pro Panja League. All right. And you can see there is one of the exciting matches that will be featured in the grand final here. Dara Singh Harder from Rotec Rowdies will be facing Jagadish from the Karak Hyderabad. So that will be an incredible battle. You can see here, this is the grand final. That is the matchups right there. We'll have a look at that in a minute. We'll see if we can find Harshit's match here. Srinivas there. And it was it was what, 2 nights
Srinath.
ago, I think. Was
Yeah,
it?
very
No, that's
nice.
not you there. If you see it, let me know because I know
Yeah.
it's coming up here soon. Where are we? We're looking for Harshit Poojary. Has a nice big picture of your face with winner written underneath it. I remember seeing that. And we'll see if we can find it here. But while I keep looking for that, what was some of the moments that you really felt stood out for you as a not only as a competitor, but as a fan of arm wrestling, as a person who's standing right next to the action? Some of the matches that you thought were highlights for your time watching the league.
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Oh, that's all right. What were some of the
Because I was looking
highlights?
at the screen. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What were some of the highlights for you when you were watching the league?
So some of the matches were exciting for me. Like Oscars and the next match was exciting and impressive match for me. The another one is Mazair versus Yuvraj. So I was keen to wait for the match. No, it's down. It's down. You have to scroll down.
Let's scroll down. Okay. All right. Okay, go.
Or you can just go to my profile. It's right up there
Oh, it's on your profile. Okay.
because they have collaborated with my profile. So
Awesome. That will make it easier for everybody. This is it here.
down. No, not that.
This
Down.
one. There we
No,
go. That's you get the nice poster there as the winner 3-2. And is
yes,
this the
that
match
is the
here? Let's have a
that is.
look.
Don't move.
All
You
right.
first. Don't move. Don't move.
And
Shoulder.
what a comeback here in this. So you go with the
यहाँ
flop
पर
wrist
हर्षित ने
press.
एक और बार प्रेस ट्राई करी है पर इस
Pulls
बार
you out of alignment
शोल्डर
with your
लगा के
shoulder.
पर हासिम मना कर रहे हैं
Really
कि
putting
पिन
it on
नहीं
here.
होगा
But
पूरी पावर लगाते हुए हासिम भी
pulling you
It's
further
just
to his side
यहाँ
of the
पर
table.
ऑलमोस्ट
the
मैच
visuals are
बीच में
just
ही रुक गया
scary to
पर
me.
हासिम ऊपर आ रहे हैं और
Yeah.
ऊपर आते ही हर्षित ट्राई कर रहे हैं रोक
And
दिया
he's
हर्षित ने भी
pulling
पर
you
रिसोर्ट
further
मोड़
out
दिया हासिम
here.
ने क्या यहाँ पर हासिम
So I
पिन
thought this
कर
was
देंगे और
another
यहाँ पर एक
time
बार
that he's going
दहाड़ते
to
हुए
surge
हासिम
through you.
और हर्षित
But
भी
you held
चलते रहे
strong.
बट अब हाथ
And right
हासिम के
here,
पास जा
I mean,
चुका
this is
है
almost an
क्या हासिम यहाँ पर
unwinnable
पिन
position.
करेंगे
So
या
the fact that
हर्षित
you were able
उनका
to
हाथ उठा
hold
लेगा
that
यहाँ पर हर्षित
and
भी
surge back
किंग्स
to the
में जा रहे हैं
center,
और
drop the
हाथ ले
body
गए
weight, and
और
get
पिन
back on
कर
top
दिया
of your
हासिम
arm.
को एक
I mean,
नई
absolutely
टेक्निक से
incredible. And that was...
बहुत ही बेहतरीन मैच
You
यहाँ
can
पर
see
हर्षित के द्वारा
how
और हासिम
exhausted
के
you
द्वारा
were right at the end of that. So,
I didn't even have the energy to celebrate.
yes. Oh man, what an incredible moment. How did you feel once that match had finished? Were you like just elated, or were you like, oh, my arm is really hurting straight away?
Yeah, because I wanted to celebrate, but I was like, my arm is gone. How can I flex now? How can I celebrate? So I had no
Just
energy to
just one
celebrate.
arm. Yes,
So I
absolutely.
had after this, I had one more round to finish. So and my opponent was very tired, so it went right like that.
Yes, what a comeback it was, and yeah, especially in that position there, you could see you went with the flop wrist press. You don't normally do that. I mean, you're not normally a flop
I
wrist presser, right?
This is the first time I've done in this season because usually what happens is setup the rules have changed for the Pro Panja League. So the ref it says don't move, and then he says go. So your anticipation should be very good. So what I believe is it's usually a little tough for a hooker to anticipate in that setup. And a top roller, I think it's relatively more easy for a top roller to just pull load because we are in a for a hook setup, we are in a very strict setup. Okay, so the referee will look at our wrist, will look at our shoulder, but a top roller will just place like this, a typical low hand. So the referee sometimes they don't notice that much, and it's for them it's a good, but for hookers we have to for those who have a good anticipation, they tend to take it, but it's very difficult for a hooker. So my wrist was always like that. So because the top roller was always loading my wrist, so my wrist was always like that. So it was a desperate position where I could I have to flop press. You have to be very subtle in the setup where some hookers definitely did well, like Dara Singh Anda and Abbas Rana. So they did very well in their setup. So you have to be very subtle and smart
Yeah, it was interesting.
with the referee.
Yeah, and I was talking about this during the commentary. With that hook style, it really depends on being able to get that supination position first and
Absolutely.
foremost before you can start to drive. And if you can't get there and your opponent knows that that's your style and they just pull straight back, you see guys sort of they hit in and they might get supination, but they're like out like this by the time they get it and way out of position. And if they're trying to press, they've got no connection with the shoulder. And, it's so hard to get rotation with that distance. You want it
Right.
nice and close. But yeah, you can see the strategy, which was such a great thing to watch between the top roll and the hook, or the inside game and the outside game being faced off against each other throughout the league. So yeah, some amazing matches. And yeah, as you said, Abbas Rana, probably the most traditional hook puller, but he jams into that pronation. He almost hits pronation as he's surging. So,
Right.
sorry, supination as he's surging. And yes, the weird thing with Dara Singh Harder is that he almost does the same, but he sort of sits between a a hook and a press, and there was a lot of matches there where he got pulled out like this, and you could see he
Correct.
wanted his
Correct.
wrist turned in, but he was stuck like that. And despite that, he just went sideways anyway. His arm would
Right.
be way out
Right. Right.
here, and he still just hit sideways and got through.
Yeah.
Incredibly strong man, and yeah, he because I was saying, I'm like, he's too far away. His shoulder's too far away. He's not going to have any power here, and he would still just get
Yeah.
through people.
Right.
So it was absolutely amazing.
Right. One of the elite strategies side. It's crazy. And he has played
Absolutely.
like over 5 or 6 matches and with just consistent performance.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And you can
that
see
is
he's
the
a
unique part.
yeah. Well, he's a real showman, and you can full of charisma, and you can see the team rallying around his excitement. and really inspiring them and doing all these poses and all that sort of thing. And
Right.
so it seemed the Rotic Rowdies having a great time throughout the league. And what was it like with Giant Paviers? You had Mazahir Saidu as your team captain, and a lot of very, very good pullers in your team. What was the camaraderie like? What was the strategy sessions like when you guys were planning for these upcoming matches?
So it's the fixtures were mostly decided by the captain and the team or team manager. So they used to uh, for the next matchups. I mean, they used to analyze the strategies of our opponents, and they would ask us if we have beaten the players before. So we would watch the videos and analyze it if we could beat them, or is it the 50-50, or is it one-sided? So accordingly, the fixtures were decided, and even the Pro Panja League decides some of the fixtures, like popular fixtures, like big faces, like Siddhant and Toit, I think, and Siddhant versus Kyle. So those are very anticipated and most uh, awaited matches for the viewers. So they have to fix that as well. So it
Yeah.
was like that.
How did you find the setups with the way that the referees, they always started in referee's grip, and they were very much making sure that there was no advantage given to either athlete. We saw the shoulders being squared up every single time. They were very hot on any movement in the grip, and we saw a lot of the time. So they'd close the thumbs, they'd close each person's hand, and there was always, with arm wrestling, everyone always moves. I say, don't move, and it's like, sure. They all
Yeah.
just start moving, but they were catching on top of that. So is that the style that you're used to with arm wrestling?
Not at all, because I'm used to the ready go technique, ready go command by the referees. So to anticipate the go, only the go word from the referees, it's very hard. It was very hard for me, especially as a hook puller. So it was very hard. But as a top roller, but I'm not a prime. My primary strategy is hook, but not top roll. But for a top roller, if I'm anyways going for a top roll, it's way easier for me to anticipate. But for a hooker, I have to load everything. I have to load my center, keep my shoulders like that to get a good position. Because a top roller with my opponent is always pulling like that. So I have to counter that load accordingly. So the referee tends to look at me first to my shoulders are squared, my wrist is straight, make sure I'm not supinating too much. So it is always like that. So you have to be
That's fun.
very smart and very elite in that setup.
Yes,
So I found
absolutely.
it very difficult this time, and that made me go into that desperate move, that is flop press,
Yeah.
which I don't want to go into. So because I know
Yeah.
the harm of going into that flop press.
Oh, do you have a flop press normally? Like, is that something that you figured out on the
I
day, or was it?
I rarely do flop press. If attempted flop press before, but I failed it several times. Even last year, I attempted flop press, but I failed it. The top roller managed to pull me out of the center, and he pinned straight away. So this is the first session or first season where I executed my flop press successfully. So when I was surprised, my flop is strong, so I decided to go all in.
Well, it paid off for you at the end there. What a tremendous
Yeah, at a
battle.
cost of something.
Yeah, well. And we got some comments
But
here from the
fortunately,
people.
I'm not injured. That was the good part.
Oh, good.
I'm
Yeah,
not injured.
just some soreness.
I'm just very sore.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's the
It's
ideal
like I'm just
situation.
one step away from the injury. If I still go like that, my elbow will come out
Oh,
right off.
you were in this position like this, and he was pulling your arm back. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But you managed to hold on to it. We've got some comments in from the people that are watching here. Atlantis says he always thought that the strap looks painful, and the Drew says he doesn't prefer the thinner, narrow straps. We've got Varun Sank, who is in as well. He says that Harshit is a future champ and prospects need to watch out for him. He also talks about the squaring of the shoulders. He says Abbas got away with a couple of sneaky setups yesterday, and he said Harshit was made strictly square. He got 2 warnings for it. That's one of those things.
Yeah.
It's easy to
Uh,
criticize the referees, but when you're trying to control multiple
correct.
aspects at the same time, you're trying to watch the hands, you're trying to make sure they don't move the wrist, you're trying to look at the elbows to see if they're going to come off the front of the pad, you're also trying to square up the shoulders. So you'll see them line the shoulders up first, they say don't move,
Right.
then they focus on their hands, and you see both the shoulders come straight
Yeah.
back out
Right.
again. So yeah, it just depends on the moment,
That
the
job is
referee.
even their job is very taxing. They have to be there and continuously they have to focus on the athletes. So even their job is very tough, and they did their job very well.
Yes, I think
Yes.
they've done a
By the
tremendous
way,
job.
Varun Sankhe, who is commenting, is my co-founder of the club.
Oh, great! From
Is my
Brute
club.
Force
Yeah,
United.
Brute
Did I
Force
meet?
United.
Did I meet
Yes.
Varun? Would I have
Yes,
met
of course
him
you have
last?
met him.
Oh, great! Hello
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
met so many people. It was hard to
We
remember
have
everybody.
organized that practice session together
Oh, great!
with
Yeah,
you.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
in that jam.
fantastic. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Atlantis says, "Oh, damn, Drew never knew that." So the Drew 24 says that this is about the strap here. He says partly the reason Monster Michael Todd got that nerve damage was with his match versus Jerry Cataract with that strap. And that was, I don't know if you've seen that match or not. Jerry Cataract is a flop wrist presser, just like
Right.
you. And,
I'm a desperate presser. His primary is like that. I don't want to go into that move. And he's willing to do that move. There is a difference in the intentions.
yeah, but yeah, it's Jerry Cataract, very strong in the flop wrist press, and Monster Michael
Right.
Todd, the complete opposite style, open top roll or king's move position. So Michael Todd sitting out like this, Jerry's sitting on top of his hand like this, and I
Right.
think the
That was my
round,
match also.
yeah, that was
It replicates my match as well.
oh, absolutely. Let's have a look here. Atlantis in real life says we have a guy that does that. His name is Kamil Jablonski. Yes, absolutely. He is also a very strong arm wrestler. And yeah, so what's your do you have goals that you're trying to achieve with your arm wrestling career? Obviously, you've finished the Pro Panja League only yesterday, but what lies ahead for you in the coming months?
So in the coming month, my short-term goal is to win a state gold in 100 kg. And that is a good challenge because my opponent will be Dara Singh Anda in Maharashtra itself.
In under 80s, how is he getting under 80?
Under 100,
Ah,
100 kg category.
oh, under
So
100. I
I'm
thought you
into
said
the,
under 80.
yeah, I'm in the same category. So I'm not sure if I'm going to 90 kg or 100 kg, but I want to bring gold and I want to bring a medal in nationals. I still have a bronze medal in national, but I want to climb up higher for silver. I want to do my best in the nationals as well. And if there is any international tournament coming up, I may look forward to perform in it. So there are a lot of Pro Panja events scheduled lined up this year as well. So I'm going to participate in that as well. So there will be some good players coming up. So I want to challenge them. That's my goal.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so the 100 kilo division goal is Dara Singh harder.
Yeah, 100 kg goal is the other thing. I played 90 kg last year. This year I would play 100, probably, most likely.
Okay. Yeah. What do you normally weigh? Are you like high 90s or something?
I'm in mid 90s, always 94, 95. So
Right.
I'm in that conflicted zone where I'm myself confused if I want to play 90 or 100. I
Right.
played last year. I played 90s, and this year Pro Panja League signed me for 100 kg. Because I was playing 2 years back, I was playing for 100.
Right. Yeah,
So
for
there is
our
a
American.
tension of the weight cutting 4 kg, 5 kg water cut.
Yep.
There's always that tension. I want to avoid that, so sometimes jump into 100 kg category.
Yeah, it's not fun to have to cut weight. But for
Right.
our American friends that use pounds, the mid 90 kilograms would be around 210 pounds, something like that. And then the 100 kilo class is 220 pounds. So that is the class that this man on the screen does compete in. And Varun Sankey has another comment here. He says, here's a target that is Dara Singh in the state championship, but that will also put him in the top 5 in India. Dara Singh is very, very good, right? Especially since he's got his form back. Yes, he's been very dominant. We saw him get a victory over Sedant last night as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, very strong, young man. So, upcoming for Harshit Poojary, looking out for you in the tournament scene and the Pro Panja tournaments, as well as the national and the state tournaments, is what you're going to be focused on. When is the next tournament for you? Do you have a bit of time for recovery?
As I'm not injured, I don't think it will take a long time. Maybe a month or two. I'll be absolutely fine. I have to focus on my weakness. In like 3 months, I've kept a goal of overcoming my weakness. I have some weak points. I have my team coach, Matt. No, not Matt. Sorry, uh, Max,
Uh
Coach Max.
oh.
Very rhyming names. Yeah, Coach Max. We have Coach Max in our team as a team coach. So he pointed out some of my weaknesses and uh, he helped me focus on some of the exercises that I have to focus on. So I'll be training really hard in a couple of months, and my target is state championship first.
Yeah, fantastic. It's amazing to hear. With your training routine, are you more of a person who focuses on table time, or do you have specific lifts that you do in the gym? You're always working the hand and wrist, or pronation, or supination positions.
Initially, I never focused on the gym arm wrestling specifics. So I have to dedicate most of my time on the table. I have to uh, weight, supination, pronation, cupping. I have to train on the table itself for the first 2 years. But then I realized I need to work on some of my weaknesses by working on arm wrestling specific exercises. So I started to research on the equipments, arm wrestling equipments, which I never trained with. So I purchased some of the equipments. I included my arm wrestling specifics with my general strength training routine. So off season where I don't have my competition, I focus on my general strength, that is pull ups, bench press. And if I have my competition nearby, I it's like 3 or 4 times in a week. I train arm wrestling. Like it's mostly on the wrist based pronation, supination, cupping, ulnar division, chopping, all rising, all of that. I avoid training more of side pressure during on season because you tend to get more of the elbow condition, golfer's elbow. So there's a higher tendency of getting that in the on season because it's highly risky because the competition is real and I don't want to risk any thing.
No, that's fair. That's a good decision to make there. I mean, Devin Larratt has talked about every time that he goes to train side pressure, he injures himself. So,
It's very complicated exercise. You have to be very smart. Like this Todd Hutchings, he does it very nicely. And he trains his side all the time very nicely. So the elbow should be in good condition to be in that level. So I don't think my elbow is not tolerant against such forces right now.
no,
So
that's right.
I,
It's one of those
yeah,
things, isn't it? When you're putting so much strain on that elbow joint right there, and it doesn't take much to get it wrong and go too heavy, and now you're injured for 6 months.
yeah, right. And it takes hell lot of time to recover. So that is the insane risk.
Yes, yeah, it is absolutely, yeah, for sure. Yes, but with that style that you're implementing, you're getting that supination position, you're rolling
Right.
through
I
with
train my
that.
supination, everything. That is the kind of a side pressure. It's not the pure side pressure, but it trains some part of your side pressure with the supination. So that is
Yes,
what I rely on most of the times.
yes, absolutely. You see that in most of the time when, especially if you get two people that are both hooking, they both want that tight hand shoulder position, and it's whoever sort of gets extended first that usually will get pulled out. And so that rotation so
Right.
important, and that chopping strength of the wrist absolutely critical to be able to get those positions and roll through. So yeah, it's a unique style, and it yeah, I mean, it's the complete opposite from the top roll where you're pronating through the hand and fingers, and yeah, it makes it for a lot of very interesting matches.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So,
we've got a comment here from Varun Sankey who says, guys like Harkomal Gill losing to some of the expected names is purely due to the format of pulling, and athletes will slowly adapt to tournament versus league pulling. Conditioning mattered a lot. There is, yes, one of the factors of uh, Pro Panja League is that you guys are competing almost every couple of days. It's like 2 or 3 days you've got matches, and so if you're sore, you're going to go into the next match already sore. And we saw some injuries take place yesterday in the final there for MP Hattoras. I think they had 3 people that came away with injuries throughout the match. And I
right.
mean, it was a long season. How did you, as Drapaviers, the team manage the recovery time?
So we were trying to uh, a coach. Our coach and the captain and the manager, they're always checking on us, who is injured, who is sore, who is able to play. So they are always planning. And while we are enjoying in our hotel, so they're always planning with the fixtures and everything. So they make sure if we get enough recovery time before the finals, because they have already names for the semifinals. They have already fixed their names for finals, semifinals. So they make sure that he will stay fresh as long as possible. So it is like that. And for the recovery part as such, there is no strategy as in if you are sore or unhealthy, you can deny the match and they'll look for another. So we have like 30 members in our team. So they'll find some of the other fixtures so that a person recovers. So, for example, if I am sore, they'll give me a 5 day or 7 day break, and then they'll fix my match. But what happens in the later stage of the season, it's very demanding. You have to play because if you had a match day before yesterday and you have a most anticipated match in coming days, you have to play that. Unless if you're injured, you can deny it. But if you're sore, you still have to play it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you saw that. I mean, both teams had matches literally yesterday, and they'll be competing against each other again tonight. So, and MP their thought is as well. I mean, if they had won yesterday, I think they would have had 3 nights in a row. So it can get pretty grueling towards the end of the tournament there.
Absolutely. So it is fortunate for some of the athletes. They would take advantage of the injured athletes, but that is a team strategy, right? So it's not the individual game anymore. So it's a team. So even we point out, we look on the athletes who are injured, who are not recovered, who are sore. So it's a team strategy where we try to gather most of the points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, I mean, you guys did fantastically well, and just missing out on making it through to the grand final by
Yeah.
1 point.
Lost by a point.
1
point.
point. Oh, yeah. It was Yogesh, I thought, may have got the win, but she got pinned, and I think that was the turning
That was a
point.
great fight, by the way. That was a great fight for the position.
Yes. Yeah,
Yogesh
what an
Chaudhary
incredible
versus
match.
Nirmal. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I really appreciate you joining me here on the show today. We might wrap things up here, but look out for this man at your state and national tournaments. He will be looking to rise through the ranks
Definitely.
and one of the top arm wrestlers in India. And an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, my friend.
Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you so much for inviting me. I had a great conversation with you.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right. Well, we will leave it there and we'll see you on the next show.